And a lot of the dumb money is now gone. People who were stupid, who believed in all this crap,
learned their lesson.
They've lost all their money.
Yeah.
So now the only people left in crypto is the smart money, and that's very, very hard to steal, right?
Yeah.
So I think that the idea of chasing a pump right now is very foolish.
Yeah.
I also think that one of the detrimental things about crypto is that, my friend, every single coin went up. You're not a genius. Everything went up. All of them went up. You could have bought anything. I think crypto's bad for kids because it has a whole bunch of kids out here thinking they don't need to work hard. They don't need to dedicate themselves. They don't need to learn important lessons. They can just chase a pump and win the lottery. And it ain't going to happen. That's why you lose all their money. I've never seen somebody massively succeed and they didn't believe in themselves. Ever. I've never seen somebody who just allows life to happen to them and become blown off course by some sadness, end up doing massively monumental and important things. I've never seen it.
It's never happened.
It does, and it's never going to happen because it's competitor. It's like crypto. It's player versus player.
Right.
And there's people like me out here. Yeah, so I'm a proponent of crypto. I do use crypto, Bitcoin, ETH, the big ones.
Okay.
I think that chasing crypto pumps is now over. We're not, the bull run's over. The stupid money is gone. Most people don't understand about crypto that it's person versus person. I see they launch these coins and then they start a Telegram community. And then if you go in the community,
Discord, yeah,
if you get in the community, everyone's like, yeah, we're all in this together. No, you're not.
No.
You're not in this together. If you're buying or if you're selling, if you buy crypto at $1 and then you sell it at $10, someone bought it off you at $10.
Yeah.
So you're literally stealing money from the other people in your community, the other people who believe in the project. You're stealing money from them. It's player versus player. They start these stupid communities so all of you sit there and don't dump so that the developer can dump.
Yeah.
You're all dummies.
All of you guys,
you're
yeah.
all dummies.
Yeah.
It's player versus player. And a lot of the dumb money is now gone. People who were stupid, who believed in all this crap,
learned their lesson.
they've lost all their money.
Yeah.
So now the only people left in crypto is the smart money, and that's very, very hard to steal, right?
Yeah.
So I think that the idea of chasing a pump right now is very foolish.
Yeah.
I also think that one of the detrimental things about crypto is that it recently made people a bunch of money. They didn't learn sales, they didn't learn marketing,
So
they didn't
they won't
learn
be able to
management,
maintain it.
didn't learn how to deal with stress, didn't learn how to grow a company, didn't learn how to deal with taxes.
They didn't
learn
struggle.
They didn't learn
They didn't get the
anything.
pain.
They didn't struggle.
Yeah.
There was no pain. They bought a coin. They watched it go up. Now they tell the world how smart they are. They think they're a genius. They think they're too good to work, these people. Nah, I'm too smart to work. You don't understand. I know crypto. I bought this coin. My friend, every single coin went up. You're not a genius. Everything went up. All of them went up. You could have bought anything. Yeah, you were in the right place at the right time. You made a little bit of money, but you've learned absolutely zero. And unfortunately, if you have money but no lessons and you're still a dummy, that money is not going to last long and you're going to lose it. And the world we live in now is also hyper expensive. Like you make a couple $100,000 and you think you're rich. The amount of money you need nowadays to be considered rich is ridiculous. Yeah. So when you're sitting there and you've made 200 grand on a crypto pump and you think, oh, yeah, I'm rich. You are a brokey and you haven't even learned any lessons. You're a dummy. So I think crypto's bad for kids because it has a whole bunch of kids out here thinking they don't need to work hard. They don't need to dedicate themselves. They don't need to learn important lessons. They can just chase a pump and win the lottery. And it ain't going to happen. That's why you lose all their money. So that's the bad thing about crypto. And that's why I'll sit here right now and do a plug and say, join the real world instead. And join Hustlers University instead and learn real lessons that you can apply to anything so you'll never be broke. And have a real network like the war room so you can never be broke. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes to $1 million or zero. I'll make money either way. I'll make money either way. Because I have skills, and not by day trading, not by that. I'm just going to know things other people don't know before they know them. I'm just going to have opportunities identified and presented to me before other people have them. And it doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes down to zero or it goes up to $10 million a coin. Either way, I'm going to make insanely large sums of money because of my network and because I'm respected and because I know important people. And that's the problem with these crypto kids. They have none of that. I don't understand how many humans function in the world today. I don't get people who don't think like me. I don't understand it. I'm like, well, then how have you survived this long? I've never seen somebody massively succeed and they didn't believe in themselves. Ever. I've never seen somebody who just allows life to happen to them and become blown off course by some sadness, end up doing massively monumental and important things. I've never seen it.
It's never happened.
It does, and it's never going to happen. Because it's competitor. It's like crypto. It's player versus player.
Right.
And there's people like me out here. So you can buy a nice house in most places on the planet. You can buy 2 or 3 cars. You can buy some diamond watches. You can buy some nice clothes. And that's all there is to buy. What's actually kind of amazing to me is when I was poor, I thought if I got rich, I'd buy all this stuff. And now I'm rich and I can buy anything I want. And there's nothing to buy. There's nothing to buy. Clothes, I already have too many. My wardrobe's completely full head to toe. Don't wear most of them. Diamond watches, you get 10. How many do you really need? Cars, I have 28. I drive like 4 of them. Like, what's there to buy? Coffee, dinner.
Yeah, true.
There's nothing to buy. Like So the money is just about influence and power. That's all it's about. And now, because I'm a workaholic and because I refuse to be a lazy person, and because I am addicted to my mission, I keep accidentally making millions and millions and millions of dollars. And I don't need it, and I have nothing to do with it. But it's just, if I get a good opportunity, I'm gonna take the money. And, you know, the war room hits me up. Let's make 10 million here. It's like, okay, let's do it. But but there's nothing to buy. So I say once you're past 20, 25 million, that's as good as life can really get. You're flying private. You're staying in the best hotels. You're eating what you want. You drive the car you want. You wear the clothes you want. You have the watch you want. And that's it. But if you're a billionaire, you need to be aligned to a government. You need to really choose a side.
You need to commit.
I feel like you need to belong to either the Western Hemisphere or the Eastern Hemisphere. You need a degree of governmental protection. You need to be politically aligned in some particular way. I think that once you get to billionaire, you're too powerful to just be a truly free agent, if that makes sense. You have to join a team. Whereas right now, I'm effectively a free agent. I can move back to America if I wanted to. I'm in the UAE. I could also, via my friends, move to Moscow if I wanted to. I could choose any side if I wanted to. But I think if I had $1 billion, I would have already had to have chose a side long ago, if that makes sense. Not obviously I can't say on the podcast how my infrastructure works. But there were some accounts in my name which were frozen.
You lost a lot of money?
9, 10, something.
Nothing. One lunch.
Chump change. But genuinely imagine the intellect level of somebody sitting at home, right? They have no money. They have no connections. They're not successful. They're objectively unattractive. They're objectively unhealthy. And they're obese. And they're sitting there looking at a man who's the most Googled man on the planet, physically in shape, desired by all the females he could possibly ever want,
everything that
strong network, multi-millionaire, living a dream, and going,
he's bald.
But you're bald. Like, it's just, it's amazing to me. What's crazy is I'm not bald. I shave my head. I can grow my hair out like you if I wanted to.
Oh, okay.
I could grow my hair out, no problem. I shave my head. Like, truly how dumb you must be. And to watch all my content and say, he's teaching so many things. I can join Hustlers University or join the real world or join the war room and get close to this man, his organization, and I can have a fantastic life. And instead of doing that, you sit and think,
he's bald.
Like, how dumb.
I felt bad for asking the
question. But how dumb are these people? Like, and unfortunately, the law of averages ensures that half of people are even more stupid than average. And that's just the way averages work. So there are some extremely stupid people out there, and they just are uninterested in even progressing their own lives. There are people out there who genuinely exist, and you could take their hand and hold their hand and try and walk them through life head to toe, and they'd still just find a reason to
bring the horse to water, but
you can't make it drink. Some people just are born to lose. They say ignorance is bliss. I think it's two ways. I know what you're saying. Ignorant people can, to a degree, be happier in certain scenarios than others.
Good.
Because they don't understand what's really happening. They don't understand about the battle of good and evil. They don't understand about the matrix. They don't understand that they're a slave. They don't understand it. And they're ignorant to how good their life could be. So they think their life is good. I understand all that. But that all changes when times get hard. Because those people are not happening to life. Life is happening to them. Whereas these people cannot do that. The circumstances dictates their life. And on a long enough time scale, especially in the world we're currently living in, I think that things are going to get a lot harder for these people. And they will see soon that ignorance is not bliss, because they cannot pay their heating bill. Whereas if they were less ignorant and paid attention, they'd be able to be living in a mansion like me with heating on full blast. So this is what happens. And it's good until it isn't, being ignorant. But most people out here understand everything I say is true. Most people out here understand that there's the shaitan and evil is being forced upon the youth of the children, being youth of the world, and they're trying very hard to destroy society at a fundamental level, and they want to enslave all of us. And I think most people know that, but they're just too scared to say it and too scared to fight against it. So they pretend they don't know it because they are cowards. Ignorance is not our problem. Cowardice is our problem. You have two choices. Either you understand what's happening in the world today and you're on the side of good and you're fighting against the matrix, or you've accepted all the matrix programming to pretend that there is no battle, and then by extension you're going to end up fighting against your own mind. And you're going to be in a fight either way. Your mind's either right and you're fighting externally against the enemy, or you've accepted the matrix programming and you're sitting there fighting against your own depression, your own anxiety, fighting against your own struggles inside of yourself. You're going to fight anyway. There is no way to avoid this. So you have to make a decision. Do you want to have control of your own mind and control of yourself and fight for God and fight on the side of good against evil? Or do you want to accept the evil programming, fall down a hole of degeneracy and fight against yourself and self-destruct and implode? That's your choice to make. But all I do is work. I don't know how else to say it to you. People meet me and they're like, I'm surprised. I thought you'd be like this. I'm surprised how quiet you are and you're just working. Correct. I have a very, very large and vast empire across huge swaths of the world and different industries. And anything I've ever wanted, if I want a beautiful female or a Bugatti, another one, or $100 million or whatever, I'm going to get it via my phone. Yeah. So I work. That's who I am. That's what I do. I state this with absolute respect. You don't know shit about life till you're 30. You just don't. You haven't lived enough.
Yeah.
You can be smart, but you can't be wise.
Yeah.
Anybody who's taking advice from a 25-year-old on the internet, you're a dummy. Because at 25, I was stupid. Yeah. So like if you're sitting here and you're watching some guy's videos and just Google his age, don't listen to none of these people, right? They can have opinions. They can be entertaining. They can interview others. Yeah. They can give their insights. But also keep in mind, they are still young. Nobody can outcompete me. Nobody has a network like mine. And we're talking about me doing 17 hours a day. I have thousands of people on my work schedule. Like I have 100 people who work for me directly. I have thousands of people inside the war room and 170,000 people inside of HU who, if I were to send them a message, would do it. People I know, how do you conquer the algorithm? How do you do this? How do you do that? The number of hours of work which is done per day in the name of Tate is immeasurable. It's incalculable. It's 5,000 people. Well, let's do the math. 5,000 very competent men doing 17-hour days in the name of Tate. No one's ever going to beat me. The internet is mine. I own it. If you go on TikTok for 10 seconds, it's me. It's Tate Talk. True. It's the same with Instagram Reels. It's all mine. True. There's no competition. Nobody, doesn't matter how big your ad spend is, doesn't matter what marketing agency you go to, you will always lose to me for eternity. Until the day they finally put a bullet in my head, I own the world. And I will continue to own the world. All of it is mine. There isn't even any competition. There's nobody on my level. And I'm still outworking all of them. And if I'm not on my phone, my brain is preoccupied and anxious about what's happening on my phone. So it's better to just be on it. Like, I don't want to relax. I don't want to stop.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
No, I don't want to stop. That's why nobody will ever beat me, because all these other people, they want to take time out of their life.
They're working to relax.
They're working to relax.